How you guys doing? Sunday. The date is January 19th, 2025. I want to share with you guys an incredible idea, and honestly life-changing idea that I heard from a survivor of this conflict, ongoing war. I'll break it up into a couple parts here. I'll move down a bit what I want to talk about in the journal, right? Because we write things down, it's going to remember better. So I'll make sure I write it down. And this story really changed my life. It did. I think in a way that it's slowly, but a slow process, but I felt like it was extremely important to share. So I'll make it quick in an attempt to do the story true justice. So this guy's name was Noam Fried. He was a Katzin, a commander in the IDF, officer in the IDF, and he walks in and you could tell he has some big scars on this side of his face. You could tell he's definitely here to tell a story about how he got injured. He starts the story off by, giving a bit about himself, this, that, and he speaks about October the 7th, and his story there, and he was in the Kfarim, the kibbutzim, and he was fighting, and it's pretty insane to think about, but it's not really it was nothing that you haven't heard so far, fighting here, fighting there, taking out mechablim, taking down terrorists, moving here and there. But it was insane. It was, do that justice, it was crazy. But the ikar of the story, the main point of the story was speaking about when he was in Gaza. Long story short, he's a religious guy. Long story short, they had this mission to take over these 8 houses. And he ended up getting put with this, he was in a situation that wasn't ideal to begin with. And he has this mission to take over houses, so they started, and boom, out of nowhere, he started getting attacked, heavy fire, under heavy fire, and they say, okay, we got to change our plan, so they reroute and take over another 3 houses in the area. So they take over the houses, all is good, and they go to this room to give, I guess, a recap, a brief, or a plan. And he's saying that he lifted up his protective glasses and he was doing this, and he saw out of the corner of his eye just a flash, and then boom, gigantic explosion. 4 people in the room. What ended up happening is they ended up getting shot by a Nuntet RPG. 3 people died. He was the only one who lived, but he said when he blew up, he knew he got blown up. He was conscious of that. But he said he couldn't feel anything, see anything, or move anything. He couldn't move, he couldn't feel, and he couldn't see. So he was sure that, this is it. I'm about to die. I'm about to, leave this world. So he said he counted down from 10. He's like, that's it. I can't see, I can't move, I can't feel. This must be it. Like, I'm about to leave. Counted down from 10, 9, 8. Nothing happened. Another 10, another 10, another 10. And suddenly realized, he's like, okay, I'm alive. I don't know what's up. Like, I can't move, I can't see or do anything. He hears people shouting his name, and it's actually all on video, which is unreal. You can see, and they're dragging him down the stairs, blood on his face, everything, and he's still giving out commands, right? That's a real gibor, that's a real hero. So he can't see, right? He knows he can't see, and he's a religious guy, so as they're taking him to this helicopter to rescue him, he's praying the whole time. He's praying to get his vision, praying for his vision, praying for his vision, praying for his vision, and be able to see again. Don't let this, I can't be blind, I can't be blind. I can't be blind, I can't live with blind. He's praying. And imagine that prayer, like, for real, like the intensity of that. Fighting for your vision, it's, especially when you're there, it's intense. And he says he gets to the helicopter, and it's a rescue helicopter, so they give him some hard drugs and ask him to take the pain away. He said it got very quiet. And one time I was on a helicopter, one of these army helicopters, and it's not quiet at all, so it's pretty insane. He must have been on some pretty good stuff. But the idea is, I started crying. He's like, this is my moment. And the thing that happens often when we make a mistake, or when we want to get better, we make this decision that, I'm gonna give more tzedakah, I'm gonna give more charity, I'm gonna do more mitzvahs, I'm gonna be a more observant Jew. And his hachlata was, Hashem, if you return my vision to me, I promise to use my vision only to see good in everything and in people. To use my eyes only for the power of good. Man, that was an incredible incredible idea, and it's very true. And long story short, 40 surgeries later, an extremely long process, he was able to get his vision back, and it was beautiful. And a little side note on something that he learned was after all these surgeries, 40 surgeries, lots of surgeries, and he was blind for almost half a year before he was able to see again. And he said the process was grueling, right? Like not knowing if you'll ever see again. He said he was Jewish, he was religious, so he didn't get any tattoos. He had a ring on that said Pole Pole, meaning slowly, and Sri Lanka, whatever. But the idea is, he said, just to be patient, day in, day out, doing what you can. So that's the first two things we already learned. Using the eyes to see good, right? To see the positivity in the world, blocking out the negativity and negative energy, blocking out. Using our eyes, our intake, to see the good. The second one is Pole Pole, slowly, You're gonna get there, but there's no rush, and every day you do what you can control. And I have a couple talking points I want to talk about. First one is your eyes and your ears. Just as your body receives nutrition from your mouth, the food that you eat, your eyes and your ears also do. So when you hear stories like this, man, of a Gibor who was able to survive and fight through and push through adversity and fight to get his vision back, man, that lights me up, man. You hear that's what you got to hear, man. You hear these stories of Kobe Bryant. These people came from nothing and made it happen, man. You need to fill your brain with stories of that, stories of motivation. You don't want to fill your brain with garbage music that you just can't relate to. You need to fill your brain with things that push you forward, that give you inspiration, that give you motivation. That's how you nutrition that. But the eyes, I believe to be, I think the most important. What we see, how we see the world. If you're always looking at people and looking at things that are just negative, that are inappropriate, that are just not good. You're looking at stuff and you're thinking about, and you're using your evil eye, not your good eye, to view the world. You're wasting the biggest. You're wasting the gift of vision, and that is absolute tragedy. And there's another little micro lesson that you learn in there, right? When we're given this gift of vision, like when we use it to see good, we use our potential, we use our opportunity to the fullest of its potential. We fulfill its potential, right? And you learn something. When you get something, when you get this opportunity, you use it to the maximum and for the best of its ability. When you're given the gift of vision, you use it right. When you're given the gift of time, you don't waste it. When you're given the gift of a relationship, right? When you're given the gift of work, you're given the gift of anything, you use it properly. Right? And it shows responsibility, and that makes God happy, and you start getting lucky all of a sudden because you realize, whoa, I give it this person, he does what's right. I give him his body, he keeps it healthy. I give him his time, he doesn't waste it. I give him friends, he treats them with respect. I give him money, he gives it to charity. And that's what it's about, right? It's really about taking the potential and putting it into action at the highest level possible. Right? We have this vision, we have to use it right. We can't mess it up. And small things of just seeing the world good is an entire world change of the power of positivity. And the power of seeing good. When you see good, you think good, and it'll be good. And I think that's it. That's really it. And it's a little thing, but when you see someone do something, you judge in favor. He did something weird, but whatever, he's trying. I'm sure he doesn't hate Pete. He wants friends, just like me. He wants to be better. Judging good. It could be. It's one of the hardest things to do. It's very difficult. If you don't want to start there, maybe just start looking at all the beautiful things in the world. Waking up and saying, "Oh my goodness, I could see today." That actually reminds me of a quick story I'm gonna tell you in a millisecond. This guy right here. You go to the Empire. It's hypothetical. You go to the top of the Empire State Building. You see this guy there. He comes out and he's gonna jump off. He says, "My wife wants to leave me. I have no money." And it just gives you a list of 500 things that suck about his life. He's gonna do. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna kill myself. I can't take it. And he says, on top of all that, I'm blind. And then he's standing there. He's like, I'm gonna jump 3, 2, and boom. Counts to 2. All of a sudden, he gets his vision back. Freaking out. He gets down. He's like, I can see. He walks down the door, takes the elevator, and goes see all the beautiful things in the world. Boom. The question is, did we wake up today that happy for the gift that we can see? That was just a little side note. So I think that really sums it up. Seeing the good in the world. using our eyes for the right reasons. And that's it. Let's have an amazing week. We're going to seize the week. Potential, actual, at the highest level. Because that's what we do, right? Noam Fried. My name. I have respect. I put my name on something, we do it right. We put our names on something, it freaking counts. Creating a legacy for others to follow after. Using our opportunities to make the world a better place. Shoo.